What's up again, guys? If you haven't already checked out the last videos, go ahead and check those things out. It's been a while of me sharing now, so I'm not gonna go run through everything. But what I am talking about is a story about self-hatred, a story about a lack of an identity, a lack of purpose in my own life as a teenager, and how I overcame that. And so if you want to just check out the beginning of the story and kind of walk with me through my story, go ahead and do that in the last videos. I'll have them numbered in parts, so you can go look at part 1 and then just follow through from the beginning. So just launching in. So in the last video, I said I was going to share about some of the things that were going on during the time that I found out about Jesus. Okay, so specifically to do with new friends. So around the time that I gave my life to Jesus, I started playing basketball with some guys, just like backyard basketball, you know. And these guys seemed super cool. I didn't feel like I had to protect myself. And when I say protect myself, like my friends and I would just like hit each other. Like my friends would hit me in the nuts, hit me in the face, hit me in the chest, and I would have to do likewise to keep up. And so what I found was that I was always anxious. I was always trying to protect myself whenever I was around them, because it would happen at random times. And so while that may sound slightly funny, it was actually absolutely tormenting to me, because I never felt like I could rest around them. And so when I had found these new guys and was playing basketball with them, I found I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to protect myself. So immediately upon meeting them, I wanted to hang out with them more, because I felt a sense of rest around them. And so I continued to play basketball with them, and I developed a relationship with one of the guys. And I remember there was one day, again, I wasn't driving at the time. I was 17 at the time. I didn't have my license yet and didn't have a car. And so my mom would drop me off places. So my buddy took me back to his house with him so I could wait on my mom. Now, he went home and I met his mom and his little sister, and he actually said, "Hey, we're going to have a Bible study here soon." So I've got some people coming over. Some of them you know, one or two of them you don't. And his mom butted in and said, "Hey, do you want to stay for some dinner and for the Bible study? You're welcome to." And like I said, I was hungry for purpose. I was hungry for new friends. I was hungry for identity. So I was like, absolutely, let me just call my mom. So I called my mom, and she pulled in the driveway. And I ran outside and I said, "Mom, my friend's mom wants to talk to you." So she talked to my mom, and my mom ended up going home. She let me stay for the rest of the evening. I don't remember if my friend took me back home or if she came back. But I ended up staying, and I was a part of this Bible study. Now, like I said, this was kind of in the time I had given my life to Jesus, but I had not given my life to Jesus, but it was around the time that I was really searching. And so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, this is all so new. And I remember it came to a time where they began to ask questions about what we were reading. And they asked me a question, and I remember just freezing. I had no idea how to answer the question. At the time, I was trying to look cool. And at that point, I knew absolutely nothing about what we were talking about. And so I froze. And I remember just sitting there, and I felt like they literally just let me sit there for like 2 minutes straight, and 2 minutes straight of silence is a long time to just be quiet among people you don't really know. And so I sat there quiet, and then they finally just awkwardly moved on to the next person. And I remember just thinking, oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm such a fool. Like, I don't know this stuff. And, but they actually ended up inviting me to the rest of the Bible studies that they were going to have. They gave me these cassette tapes. They said, hey, if you listen to these things, we're going to have a lobster dinner at the end of this thing that you can be a part of, but you have to listen to all the cassette tapes. And so, yeah, it was back during cassette tapes when they were more of a thing. So I grabbed the extra cassette tapes and I ended up going home. I ended up continuing in friendship with those guys. It was right around that same time, like I said. It was honestly, it was probably just like a couple weeks after that I went hiking with my friend and gave my life to Jesus, got the pamphlets, went home, and then had that strange traumatic experience 2 weeks later, and then had that voice telling me to read the pamphlet of the Gospel of John. And so I just want to share with you like that there were many things working together with the hunger that I had inside to be truly free, to be truly seen, to be truly safe, to be truly understood. Many of these things were spinning around. It wasn't just a mindset. It was a new group of people. It was new friends. It was encounters with old friends. It was mindsets. It was hunger inside, and so that all ended up kind of coming together to when I did read that Gospel of John, and I did begin to have an understanding of who Jesus was. I remember my friend invited me to their youth group, and I actually came to be a part of their youth group. And so I'm going to share a little bit more about my story, because I feel like that's more the beginning of it, and there's still more to come into the end of it. And so check out the next video where I'll share some more about this. God bless you guys, and check it out in the next one.